Hello everyone, N1CLB/Dr. Frankenchuck here. I made a video about the putting these buttons to replace the old membrane on the AEA HF Analyst model SWR-121. This is, like I said, this is the HF version. I have right here the VHF UHF version, which I already modified, as you can see. Ready? And it still works. Everything like that. I mean, I can put my finger here. If I take a piece of metal or anything and just put it right in the antenna top. Well, actually, that's why. Hang on. There we go. I put it in one of the GMRS frequencies. Now, if you listen, you can hear it. Now, if I take this, put this near, well, actually needs metal to touch it. If you take this, anything, oh, see how it dropped? It shows the actual SWR and everything. But that's what this one does also. That's what the HF one does also. This one goes, the back cover's not on it because I just got through putting the front buttons on. The HF one goes from DC to 30 megahertz, I think it is. I don't know the 100% specs of it, but the VHF UHF goes 140 or 140 to like 512. So it can do ham and everything like that. I put the buttons on, like I said, because the membrane push buttons on these were notorious for failing, as was the screens. Well, this one here, I replaced the screen on because it had the problem where the screen gave out. And I forgot where I put the screen, the old screen. Oh, here it is. If you look right there, you'll see a couple of dots, and then there's another dot there. Sorry for my camera not focusing. It doesn't like to focus. But yeah, this was another problem for the AEAs, because it had the foam or the silicone padding that had the electronic ability to go. I can't think of the word now. I say it in the video. It had like leads through the silicone that the plate would rest on. Well, the end, as you see, this has a ribbon cable connecting to the end of the LCD. Well, we also had the silicone to make connections through that. Well, they always have a tendency of failing because the silicone gets brittle after a while. So I replaced this before I did the buttons because I wanted to make a video for it. Make a video for the buttons, setting them all up. So enjoy the video. I'll catch you later. N1CLB/Dr. Frankenchuck. Hello everyone. On the table today we have an AEA HF Analyst model SWR-121. Autofocus doesn't want to work on this camera. These are notorious for people always leaving batteries in the battery trays. As you can see, the batteries terminals are corroded, and these membrane keypad's always failing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this with my own special deal. This is the VHF UHF version. I put all these little push button switches in and see it ready. Powers up and everything, and it works. This is VHF and UHF. The other one that I just showed is an HF model, which works with anything from, I think it's 500 hertz all the way up to 30 megahertz. And this works. I mean, right now it's reading one of the GMRS frequencies. And if I put a piece of metal near the antenna, see how it dropped a little? That's because my hand is in the way. Actually, if I touch it, you can hear it beeping quieter. But what I'm going to do now, hang on, shut this off, get this off the bench, is I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to take and modify this one to be like that one, in the fact of I'm going to put the pin switch, where is the cover that I had set up for this? Oh, nuts and horses. Well, but I'm going to remove this film and set up a replacement cap. Where did it go? I know it's somewhere. This one I know works. This pad is touchy. All you'll need is some flat ribbon cable like this, 13 different conductors, and a undone printed circuit board. You'll have to drill 18 holes because there's 18 individual buttons. And when I could have sworn where did it go? I had it here waiting to do this. Okay, so like I was saying, these keypads are known for failing horrendously, and what I'm going to do is I have another donor right here. What you have to do is you have to pull the membrane off from underneath and get yourself some standoffs, drill holes through, and this is where the ribbon wire that I showed you will go through. See, fits perfect. And then you just got to put a whole bunch of momentary contact switches in, like this, and then run all the wires, put all the switches in, and connect all the wires. Now, I will put in the description the wiring setup to connect this to the inside board. This is what the inside board looks like. Let me look. Where is it? Well, this is a different board. This is for an entirely different machine. And this is the connector right here that you have to remove. Damn, autofocus. You have to remove to get the yeah, that doesn't focus very well. You have to remove that on the back. Just unsolder all of them. and then you'll put all the wires in individually, run it through the plastic cover to the push button switches. This one here that I did before was my first time doing it, and see, the wire comes out and then it's all an entangled mess, but it works and it doesn't change the item itself. So that's how we're going to do this. Okay, so now you might want to get yourself one of these bad Larrys, just because it makes it a lot easier to handle stuff. Hold on one second, let me readjust like that. Yeah. Get yourself one of these guys, helping hands, because they'll help you out in a pinch. Right now I'm just getting everything squared away. You can buy the push buttons on Amazon for like $10-12 for 20 or cheaper, but it's well worth it, because you can use them for anything really. Use it as a remote start for a computer or basically anything. Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm just taking the board off of the. Now see, sticky residue is normal. You can use some cleaner to get rid of it, but I'm just doing this for the show of it right now. So what you do is you put this into the helping hands. Go 1, 2, like that, and then turn it up like that. Grab yourself your pack of push buttons. This is stapled shut as per the norm, because they don't want you to say, oh well, you didn't get them all. Now just take and pull this open. As I have 2, these are all red, so it really doesn't matter where I put them. I'm just going to use a bunch of red. I ran out of any other colors, so. But like I said, there's 18 points, but only 13 wires. So it kind of is a double up sort of thing. They do double wires and reversing connections and stuff like that. And it's it's kind of a little time consuming, but I mean, this is the most of the time that you'll need to use. So, I mean, they put them all in the same bag, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. Gotta get all the stuff out so I can get them, work with them. Alright, nope, nothing else in there. So yeah, now I'm just fighting with the bag of switches, because they put them all in the same put everything in the same bag, and you gotta practically pour them all out to get the stuff you want. Put that right there, just so they're nice. Grab the lock washers. Nope, get back on there. The nuts. Yeah, why not? I'll put that there. But you got to do all this. Should get all this ready. Everything. I'll be back when I get it all taken care of. Okay, so yeah, what I like to do is I like to make them all lined up the same, and or turn so that when I'm on the edge, I'll be able to run, because I'll have to run some bare wire through the middle of this just to make sure that it doesn't well, so that I'll be able to make connections with most of the buttons and everything. Now, what you use is entirely up to you. Me, I'm just doing this, and the fun part's going to be coming very soon, because it's a very, very tedious process. Not for the faint of heart, you could say. And I've already done this once, actually twice, to another item. Not one of these, but something else. And it works very well for how it is, for the age of these items. So I mean, it's just, I mean, this one here is from I think 1993. Well, this version is from 1993, so it's kind of very old, and I don't like to see things get thrown into the trash or thrown into the dump and all that. So I take and work on them myself. That way I can, hang on, this thing keeps trying to turn on me. Alright, what is that in one? There it is. Put this right there like that. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Something's in there. Gotta move that. But anyway, I usually take and pull things apart just to look at them, see how they are, see how they tick, things like that. And I find that very relaxing, very calming. And I just usually take and pull things apart just because this whole thing is spinning. Well, that's okay. That's what you get for cheap parts. But anyway, I digress. I use this because it was what I had at the time, and it works for what I need. So I'm just utilizing what I have. Come on, get on it. There we go. Nope, that's not on right. Silly goose. Damn it. Come on, get in there. But yeah, I do this all the time. I'm constantly taking things apart, trying to see if I could get them to work better, stuff like that. And then I'll just take and optimize them. That's why they call me Dr. Frankenchuck, because I can get things to work that shouldn't work, and go from there. Oh, and also this HF Analyst that I have here, I had to replace the screen on because that's another fault that these particular pieces of these particular instruments have. The screens have a tendency of failing because of the type of LCD that they use. They use the what is that? The conductive rubber LCD pads. It has one line that goes on that is mounted to one side, but it sits on two rubber pads that have conducting elements going through the middle of them, and that's how they pick up the signal and change and everything like that. And if you drop these really hard, there's a good chance that the LCD will slip from those rubber pieces, and it would ruin the LCD. Well, that was the case for the LCD that was in this particular unit that I'm modifying today. It had an issue with the LCD. This LCD actually had leak spots where the liquid crystal was not set right anymore, and it had to and it left some spots. In fact, where did I put you? I just saw you. Here you are. Here's the old display that was in it. If you look closely, you'll see the black marks here, here, and there. That's where the liquid crystal was leaking out from between the two pieces of glass that it suspended in, and it wound up causing problems, and it wasn't displaying properly. Plus the foam separated, which caused the LCD to not work anymore. Now, I'm not tightening these up 100%. I'm just putting them in for right now because I'm going to be adjusting them all to how the wires go in. That's going to be the fun part, because I got to decide on which wire is going to be the first wire and go from there, and it's going to go all the way down the line. Well, up the line for that matter, from 1 to 13, and then I got to set up all the jumpers and the connectors and everything like that, and then go from there. And that's the real hard part, is getting all of the wires connected, sorted correctly, and then you get the what do you call it? Then you get to test it out and have fun with it. The other one, as you saw, it has multiple colors. That's all I had at the time, and I had run out. But this one is just going to be red for now, because that's what I want it to be. Okay, tighten that one down. This one's still a little loose. Tighten that down. And here's the last one. Now, like I said, this is very, very tedious work. If you don't have the patience for it, you don't want to do it, because you'll wind up having a lot of aggravation, and you'll be irritated a lot. So, now, okay. So now that it's done, this is what it'll look like. This will be on, this will be off, and there's the numerics. Then there's the, what was it again? Width up, width down, frequency up, frequency down. Enter and run. Now, remember, or enter, well, hold run. See? They're basically all the same. Now, the membrane that this has is, like I said, notorious for disintegrating and breaking and just being a complete and utter nuisance. So, just, oh, look at all those pins. That's going to be fun. So, but yeah. So here is the wiring that I've set up for it. You'll, this is the entire spiel of how all the things are going. And it's going to be kind of tricky, so it's going to be a fun time. and I got to use this wire here to connect all the connections into it, and then I'll use this wire here stripped down to go and connect it into the interconnect all of them. So give me a half a second to find something. There it is. Okay. All right. Now. Oh wait. Nope. There we go. All right. Now, just gotta come over here, grab my. Where the hell did they go? And they're not here. Oh, there they are, right there. Okay. Grab my snippers. I'm just gonna leave it long. I'm gonna leave this wire here long, so that I can easily just work with it and jump in between all of them and go from there. And then there we go. Now, just gotta strip the rest of it off. And like that. Nope. Dang it, that didn't work. So, there we go. Now I have a bare piece of wire that I'll connect between most of these connections. Okay, throw that away. Now, go like this, spin this around, aim it up like that. Now the fun. All these numbers here are 1 through 13. Then this is all the connections that have to be made between each one. This one here is the most. It has 0 to 7. And this one has 8, 9, width up, down, freq up, down, enter, hold, run. So basically it curves around the display. So this is going to be interesting, to say the least. Okay, set this right here. It was a while since I made that other one, but this is how I did it the last time. I gotta look for one little thing because I need to get something out of the. That'll work. That'll do it like that there. You get a little screwdriver because one of my little holes to keep my table from spinning is there's stuff in it. Shouldn't. I don't know how it got in there, but then again, the amount of stuff that I do, it tends to get clogged up in over here. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Nope, come on, get out of there. That's not coming out, so always fun, dang it. Oh well, I'll just deal with it. Okay, so now let's do the prime one, which is number 9. So this is off on. That's all there. So 10 goes. So 10 will go up over here. 8, 9, this. Okay, so this will go like that. There. Nope. Only one. I don't need them both. Just need to go like that. There. Up. Pull this like that. There. Up. There. This through here like. Damn it. Doesn't want to go in. Up. Yeah, like that. There. That's why I wanted to leave them all loose, because it would be a pain in the neck to. Now, turn this guy back up like that. There. Twist that like that. Okay, this will turn like that up. Gotta run those, and it goes. That's why I keep this with me, because I'll know where it is. So, okay, wait. Oops. So I gotta go. Width up, down. Okay, so these two, and yeah, okay. It's weird. Goes over to this too. So this will come down. Freq, enter, hold, run. Freq, enter, hold, run. Okay, so this will turn like that, like that there. Enter. Now you gotta also be careful, because if you push too hard, you could break this, and then you'll be really upset with yourself. Go like this. Come on, give me it. Okay. Normally I have like tweezers and stuff to pull this. I don't know where they went to. They disappeared on me. Doing too much work, apparently. Yeah, I really gotta figure out how to hold this thing down and stuff. Okay. That, like that. Yeah, like that. Like that. Pull this through like that there. There we go. And then put this into there like that. If you don't do any major bends, the wire will be very, very flexible and won't break on you too readily. Okay, like that there. Now, just gotta pull this up like this, turn that like that. Now, there. Push that like that. There. Up. Up. Like I said, this is very, very tedious work that you gotta really be involved with. Okay. 8, 9, Freq, enter, hold. Okay, and then this over here. So I gotta zip this guy short, like to there. Set that down. Just go take this, there. Now when it gets This guy I can turn, but it's not going to be using the same wire. And then this, when it gets to the end, I'll just do a quick loop because I'm going to be soldering all of this up. These are the ones I want to get done first and foremost so that I can get everything taken care of. Now, gotta push that up like that there. Okay, pull this out like this. Push it down. This. Yeah, so I'll turn this. Now, right now all I got is my needle nose vice grips, but they'll do. Now I'm just gonna tighten all these ones here down so that one. That way I can finalize their positioning with the, yeah, these are too close together now. You can't get at them. Need like a actual wrench or something. I'll just use these. See if I can use them to get this. All else fails, use the snippers. Now, turn this guy like that. I just tighten all this stuff down. Yeah, that one is not connected to that set. It will be something different. Okay, actually, let me see. Okay, I went and grabbed a couple more tools because I needed smaller things to be able to get into that and to tighten these buggers down because they're apparently way too close to each other. Get anything else in. So, like that there, and like I like that there. There we go. Now I just gotta actually spin this, and then I'll use these needle nose to pull the wires tighter and then solder them. There. There. I should have made these a little bit further apart, but that's okay. That's okay. They're fine. Now, like that there. There we go. Now, spin this. I actually got to move all these tools out of my way. Big tweezers. Now, grab the, clean these off. Alright, now, turn this like this. This guy tight. Tight as it's ever going to be. Now, just gotta pull this up like that there. Lift this up. away from there. On this. Down like that. Like that. Like that. Like that and like that. There we go. Now, actually, you know, really don't like these ones with the spring in them. It gets annoying after a while trying to fix them. So now 9 goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now I gotta turn this, that, and this, like that, and this, like that, and that, like that, this, like that, and there we go. Now, just gotta tighten all these ones down so they'll stay. Actually, yeah. Tighten this one down first. See, I put them way too close together, so you don't want to tighten down all that well. The other one I just put willy-nilly because of how they were originally situated on the panel. This one I'm putting them more organized so you can utilize them better. And go like this. And when I'm done, none of the wires will touch, because I make sure of that. Because like I said, the other one works perfect. I did the same thing with that. I put the random numbers, got everything all squared away, and then got everything lined up proper like. Okay, so this one will need to turn like, turn the whole thing. There we go. Right, like there we go. And this I'll put like that, because it's going to have to almost tight already. Nice. Set all these guys up nicely. There. Yeah, I'm doing the common one, the one that catches all of them at once, because I want to make sure that I don't have any misplaced wires, you know. I don't want to accidentally forget to put wires in. Okay. That. Those two are already here. I'll tighten them down anyway. And the only ones that have really have their own are the on and off buttons. So I mean, they just have the 11, 12, and 13, and that's it. None of the other ones have those three. It's just 11, 12, and 13 are on and off. Okay, so now let's see. Angle that like that. Okay. Now I'll just run a wire from here. No, actually from there to there. Well, Well, okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. That's how I'll do it. So, sorry about hitting the mic. It just felt strange. Like this. Actually, just go. There. Okay, yeah. So up like this, and put this into like that. Yes, these are bare wires, but you know what? It's fine. They'll be fine. I'm just using them as primary connectors between all the main connections on this panel. Yeah. Go like that. Pull this like this up. Go like this. Nope. Give me it. Well, up like that. There. Go like that. There. Where did I put the? There. These guys. Pull it through like that. There. Oh. Damn it. Yeah, see what I mean? You can there we go. Now, just gotta pull this up. Pull this up like that. There, go like that. That. Pull this. That. Like that. This down to. Nope. No, you're not going to turn that easily, you noob. Goober. Okay. Like I said, this is where it gets monotonous. And this long fingernail is very helpful because it helps guide the things the way I want them to be. Just like that. Just like that. This like that. Go. This into. Come on, get in it. There we go. That there. Just down like yeah, I know, I'm sorry, I'm blocking the view, but and there you pickle biting butt monkey. Damn it, I didn't want to bend it like that. Well, this is why I have the long fingernails, to get damn. This freaking thing's pissing me off. Lost the lens to it, so the damn thing keeps hitting everything. Put those over there. There we go. Now. Okay. Up. Really gotta bolt this thing down. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Just do like that there. And this. Do like this here. I know it's a lot of tedious wiring, but in the end it'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. Bam. Now, gotta go put this into here like this. Hate using mini hands because the dang things never stay where you want them. But gotta do it. Now, like that there. Just like that. There. Down. Pull this down like that. There we go. Now, just gotta connect the 0 and be done with this one. There we go. Okay. Damn it. Of course. There we go. Oh, man. What a headache. But you can partially see. I know it's not showing up very well, but the ones that needed to be doubled up are doubled up. Dang it. Like that. That. Pull this like this. And like that. There we go. That way it'll hold it in place. Then just up. There we go. Okay. Everything else is not touching. Nothing else is touching anything else. So there we go. Now comes the fun. I gotta solder all those. So why is this leaning? That's why. Thing. Resting on it. Okay, move this. I'm gonna solder all those guys together. That way I don't have to worry about them popping out on me. Move these guys over like this. Actually, give me 1 sec. Okay, I had to step away for a minute to get a little clamp because this thing keeps walking away from me. And I don't want that. So, okay. Now, back to what I was going to do. Soldering up the dropping things everywhere. Soldering up all these connections that I made so far. Just because. I'm just using regular solder. Nothing too fancy schmancy. Just regular rosin core solder I've had for like 10-12 years. I'm just doing this so that all the wires won't move from where they are. That way everything will be perfect. But yeah, this is what was necessary for me to do to get these working again. Get in there. There we go. Come on. Why are you being a bitch? Oh, what happened? Silly me. I moved the soldering station and unplugged it. That's why it stopped working. That's why it stopped heating up. There we go. Right, like, there we go. There we go. Now, gotta take, alright, I did all the outsides, so now I gotta do all the insides. Yeah. 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 Alright. Yeah. Yeah. It's currently like 85 degrees outside, so that's why you hear the fans and the AC going. It's kind of warm out, and it's really annoying. Okay, now that I've soldered all of those in place, I can snip the ends off, just so that they'll, it's warm. 2, 3. That way they'll stay. I soldered them all because I wanted them all to stay where they are, not give me any trouble. Okay, so now let's see. Yep. That one's empty. That's solder. Yep. Okay, so they're all soldered now. Alright, now the fun begins. Where did I put the ribbon? Did I? Oh, there it is. There's the ribbon. Now you gotta go with the book again. I'll shut my soldering iron off because I've gotta make some. So 8 and 0. This and this have to go together, so gotta get a jumper. Just get a small piece of wire. Actually, yeah, I'll use a little bit of the wire for the this will be covered because, well, it's going to be going in a lot of other places. So let's see, that is 8. We'll go there. There. Now I got to decide which wire I want to be number 1 on this. Because, like I said, there's 13, so I think gray, this, now, they're in these are set in groups of 10. So it's, if you look, there's gray, white, black, and then there's gray, white, black over here again. There's sets of 10 colors. So you gotta know which one you're going to be working with. That's why you leave it all in one piece until you get it together into the system. Okay? Now just gotta pull all these apart. Fairly easy to do. And then you pull them all apart. Very easy to do. You basically pull them all to the same length, and then you can cut them to length of where they need to be afterwards. So, as you can see. Now I'm doing all this now onto the board. That way when I put it in, all I have to do is just unsolder the plug, unsolder this plug here on the other one, this 14 position plug. One is a shield ground, but it's not necessary. And then put all the wires in one at a time, and it'll work out perfect. Yes, I'm cutting these out outside of the camera eye, but these are fun to deal with because they're very narrow gauge wire, and it's kind of tough to distinguish. But this one here will be 1, this one here will be 13. So gray will be 1, and black will be 13. Hang on 1 second. Oh. Let me shut the AC off because it's blowing right on my neck. I'm just getting annoyed. I'm getting annoyed at it. There we go. Oh, it was making my neck hurt. So, okay, now this, like I said, that will go there, and then to here. Let me cut this to there, like that. Okay, that right there, go up. A lot of these are going to be doubles. They're all going to be doubled up because they're all going to go from to different connection points. Like this is 8-0, then 9-1, and then enter 2, and then all those. So these are all going to go to different spots. Now I'm going to solder that one up on the top. Oh yeah. Give me this. Go up like this. Actually put this over like that there. And there we go. Now put this down here, like put this right onto there like that there. Just hook it in. Said hook it in place. You silly thing. Put that down. That's why I over curled the end of the wire. That's why. Just go like that. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now I can solder it. Like this. That. Now go like this. Okay, that popped out, so now I gotta pop it back in. Here we go. I like that. Now, that. Now, this. Yeah. 9, so there. 9 goes to 1. Oh, who set these up like this? But it is weird. There we go. Curl that like that there. That. Like this. Like that. Alright. And like that there. Okay, now got the soldering iron again. And put this right. Yeah, now I'll just pull this in a little bit more. It's more solid. There we go. Now, oh, this wire keeps getting in my way, but it is. It's. Ah, man. I got a wire in my way. Okay, now. Snip right there. That right there. Okay. Yeah. This will go to, yeah, like that there. And I'll use these instead of those, because they're easy to work with. Like that there. Go. Up. Go. And now enter to 2. Okay, up. Fucker. Damn things keep moving around too much. There we go, much better. Yeah. Okay, now enter to 2, which enter is there, so it'll be that one. So this. Okay, go away. Enter. Well, actually, like this. Go like. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Oh. Bag of beefy. Damn it. Almost burned myself just now. Yeah. 1 second. Alright, bit of a segue there because I had to do a couple of things and help out my kid. So, alright, so enter to chew. So cut this a little long so I can curl it around stuff and get it in. Okay, and some knucklehead driving down the street. No exhaust. There we go. Okay, now push this back up. Really gotta. I'll move this out of the way for the second. Put that down there. That way I have a little bit more playing room to move around. Got this and this like that there and that there. Now I gotta bend that up like that. There we go. Now just gotta run this. Got this here. Go like that there. Up. There. And like that. Now take and resolder this back together. Oh, Leo, hush. My cat is meowing loudly again. You'd swear he was in heat. But no, he's just meowing to complain and get on my nerves. Okay. And there we are. That one is connected. Now, let's see. I'm going down the list. That was enter to 2, frequency down to 3. So I turned the AC off because, well, like I said, it was getting it was chilling my shoulder out a little too much for my liking. So let me just, okay, curl that. So frequency down is this one here. Now this will go right. All right, get on there, you goober. That there. Now, soldering iron again. Solder. And cut. I like that. There we go. Perfect. Now, frequency down goes to 3, which is right. That down like that. Grab this. A little long. Not too long, but long enough. Now, just gotta take this. Yep. There goes Leo again, walking by. The meowing cat that he is. Meowing collie cat that he is. Okay, now 3 right there like that. Now all of these tie together with these cables here. So you're probably going, why am I just randomly doing this? Because I want to get all the other ones connected. That way I don't have to constantly just go back and forth between them, you know. You'll see in a moment when I get all this taken care of. Okay, now I should be marking these. Alright, so freak down 3, 2, 3, 4, okay. 4 freak up. So This that's Freq up, that's 4, so I make them long, all kinds of long with these. These are, like I said, these are all opposites. Like this, like Freq down is on the A circuit and 4 is on the B circuit. So they're all so the outcome, the logic going between the two. Let's say you want Freq down. It'll Freq down as a positive voltage. 4 is a negative voltage. You want Freq down, it'll put positive through the wire for Freq down, which is wire 4, which would be the brown wire. If you want 4, it'll put a negative voltage, which would put a negative voltage through wire 4. So that's the logic behind it, and it makes it's very, very fascinating how they did this, and how it's all like so very okay, that is working. It's so fascinating how this has all this randomized logic and control bits and things like that, and how it works so flawlessly. Yeah, this is looking like a rat's nest, I know, but you know what? This is how it's supposed to be. I made that a little longer, a little too long. So, angle that up, go like this, and put that right there. That. Now, solder that one on. I still got buttloads more to do. There we go. Now, actually, I gotta take my marker, go that and that. Those two are done. Now for Freq up. Yeah, I need that rest of that wire. That's okay, I got enough wire. Got large amounts of wire, so. Okay, so 4 to Freq up. Okay, Freq up to 4, that's done. I gotta mark that. Freq down 3, 4 to Freq up. Well, no, it would be line 5, which was red. Sorry. Width up 5, width down 6. So width up goes to 5, width down goes to 6. So yeah, like I said, it's all kinds of wishy-washy, weird stuff, magical stuff, electro-digital magical stuff, as one of my favorite YouTubers says. Electro-digital. That would be Derek from Vice Grip Garage. Alright, 6, width up. Width up 5. So width up goes to 5. Wait, actually I'll put it this way so it works better. Yeah, solder that one in place. It took me a while to get all the parts together to do this particular thing. I got the screen on eBay, and I wound up so width up 5. Okay, so that goes to there. So yeah, this is looking like a rat's nest, but it's they usually had it as underneath in like a thing like a solder board etched and stuff. That's why you didn't see it. But up to 5, just run this on. Yeah, there we go. Like that, and put this like that. Don't worry, they'll all tie together eventually. There we go. Okay, mark that one. Okay, 2 more. Width down, hold run 7. Hold run, which is this one down here, will go up to 7. Okay, and that will be the last one. And then I do the on and off are all just the 3. Okay, width down 6, so this will go right there like that. This, okay, this right like that. I know there's probably an easier way of soldering all these together without having to crisscross them all and everything. With down 6, which will go over to there. But I don't have it. I don't know it. Plus, I'd rather do it this way. That way I go basically down the list and not have to worry about missing anything, you know. The fun part's going to be coming up very, very soon. So put this, lift this up like that, go like that, and then put this, bend it a little bit backwards, so I can, actually, why don't I use these? There we go, like that there, go up like that there. There we are. Now, solder that one. Now, there we go. Now, okay, and now the last one, which is hold run to 7, and wire 8. Yeah, this over to 7. Oh, I actually put it under there. 2, 7, like that. There. Now just gotta push this. Nope, nope. Get up there. Alrighty, just push that down like that to hold it in place so I can solder it. Get out of the way, you. And wire again. Now. There we go. And I just got one more to do. And that will be the one more connection to do, and that will be this one right here. Okay. You can tell I've been doing this a long time because my fingernails are so dang rough that I can strip these wires with no trouble. Okay. Get on there. Come on. Get on there. There we go. Like that there. Up. And the last one of these do like goober. Just gotta re-solder this one because it didn't come out right. There we go. That didn't solder very well. Okay, now solder it again. Touch it. There we go. There we go. Now it's done. Alright, let me get this wire completely out of the way for now. There we go, that way I don't have to deal with it. Okay, now the fun part. Okay, get rid of that one. Now, grab this. Okay, now 1 is 80, so I'll put it onto there. Now these wires are so soft that they don't like to work very well with anything. Okay. So you pull, grab it too tightly, it'll rip the wire right out and snap it all. So now a little off camera stuff. I'm gonna touch up each one of those wires with some solder that way that I just snipped. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So far, 5 of them done. Now I'll just loosen that, pull this out. That way they don't fray, because these are all stranded wire. And it's tougher to work with stranded wire when it's all frayed up. You know what I mean? So, now, gotta go. Damn it. There you go. Oh, nope. You suck. I hate these wires, but they're the easiest to work with this stuff, and they come in very, very easy to work with. scratches. And I bought a entire roll of this type of wire, like 16 wires wide, for like $7. And I use it for anything like this because it makes it easier to run it through instead of having just random wires, random lengths of wire going out or into something, you know. Whole lot of smoke. Not all the smoke on the wires. And you don't really have, and as far as this goes, you don't have to worry about the wires breaking because they're not going to move unless you're actively trying to destroy the thing. They're not going to move. Okay, now all wires are nicely soldered. All of them are nicely soldered. It's blurry, I know. This camera is a real pain in my neck. It doesn't like to focus. Okay, now pull this down a little more. Actually, yeah, I'll pull them a little bit more because some of them aren't as far enough down as the rest. So just get them all situated down. Yes, I said situated because I'm silly like that. There, oh, and there. Now, these three here are the last three wires. You see how it's gray, white, black? Well, gray, white, black, these three here are going to be on and off. See? 13, which is black, is going to connect to both off and on. So actually, while I'm thinking of that, I'm going to connect those two up. Where'd the rest of it? Did I use up all the wire? No, I didn't use up all the wire. Shouldn't have used up. Oh well, I got more. Just cut a small piece off of this. Here, I'm not going to need that much. But okay. Now, just got to go like that there. Oh, I cut it instead. Whoops. So these two are going to be tied together. These are on and off. They are the only ones that are different from the rest of them. One is they're a different set that I had. Remains of what I had originally. Like that. And I'm also going to be doing what do you call it? Actually, why did I do that? Why did I put that on there? I could have just used a piece of this. It's going to be the same thing. Either or. I'll just snip this a little long and then go from there. I'm going to be making a setup for these to use lithium batteries in them instead of the AA's. Use 4 3-volt lithium batteries instead of the 8 AA's, and they'll be rechargeable. These can use rechargeable batteries too, but there's like on some of them you can't. But since the battery trays are junk anyway right now, on all the samples that I have, actually no, the The battery tray that I got off the parts one yesterday was pretty much brand new. They'd never used it. They never put batteries in it. So it's like, why? Okay, so the wires will be coming down on, will be going in on this side, so I want to set these up so that they'll be on this side. So now just gotta straighten all these out, see how well they do. Okay, so number one goes to 8 and 0. So this will go to there. Yeah, this is the fun part now. Just setting all these up. And these wires, all you got to do is just touch them to the other ones, and they'll be fine. Yeah. Just touch. No. And there we go. It's the first one. Number 2 is 9 and 1. Okay, so that one will go up to there, like this will go like this here, and damn it. So damn it. Bent the wrong way. Okay, now, oh, that's the wire head. Okay. Oh, wait, yeah, 8 and 0, 9 and 1. Now, black will be entering 2. This will go. See, I put them as close to where I need them to be as I can. That way, all I gotta do is just slide it through the opening in the top and go from there. Damn it. Oh. 3, wire 4 is Freq down in 3, which will go to underneath this here and to there. Okay. 4. Oh wait, 5, red, 5 is 4 Freq up, okay. 4. Now, just push this down, push this out of the way, put this right. Damn it. Sorry about my head being in the shot, but see, this thing keeps moving and it's pissing me off. Where's the other pair? There we go. Now it's not going to move. Okay, now that was 3, 4, 5. Wire 6 goes to 5. Okay. See? It's very, very like I said, it looks like a rat's nest, but it's very muchly organized after the fact. Should be marking these. 6, 5. Okay, so there, there, there. Okay. Now, width down 6 is number 7, which is yellow. Down 4, 5, 6. This away. Actually, put this underneath that. Down. I know it seems like it's too much work for some people, but I like doing this stuff. There, 7, 8, hold run, 7, okay. Yeah, that's the last one. 8 is hold run, so 8 is green, which goes to this up here. Move this out of my way. Put this underneath. That way when I push it back down, it'll be out of the... Actually, what am I doing? You don't know, it's right here. So you just grab these. And then... what the heck is going on with this thing? There we go. That. Now, okay. Hold run 7. And now 8. Oh, now 9. Line 9 goes to every one of these bad Larrys. So green is there, blue goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will go, blue will go to like that there. Wait. Okay, so blue will go to right here. See? Organized chaos. Get this back up. Like that. Now, this. Okay. That's 9, which goes from 0 to 7. And now 10, which is the purple, goes to this one here, which is all the rest. So, bazinga, like that there. Perfect. Now, the fun. 13 is off on, which is the last wire, which goes right there, like that there. Beauteous. Now, 11 is off, which will go down to the black button. Wait, I gotta put some solder on that side because I didn't put any on there. Like that. Damn it. There. There. There we go. That goes there. This goes 11 is off, yes, so it goes down right there. There we go, like that. There, come on, get in. There we go. This is on, so this will go. Yeah, I'll resolder that one after. Left-handed people in a right-handed world. Am I right? Now I resoldered it off higher because it was irritating me. Okay, now the fun part. Now, see, then this will just sit like this. That's why I put it on those risers. That's why I had it set for put on these. This is going to be the cover for it. This was the cover that it came with, but I'm going to put it on like that, and then see how it looks, all the wires. Then you just take this, like this. Actually, I want to check. I want to make sure. Oh, I don't have any that have the filaments in them right now. So, what do I? Nope, I don't. None that are readily available that aren't like. Oh wait, here's one right here. Let's see. Yeah, see, this was one of the parts ones that I've managed to take apart. And that's the ribbon cable right there that the filament in it fails horrifically. So, and then let me see, go like this. So that would be, yeah. Board again. Okay, so yeah, so the top down. Alright, yeah, so like this. And then just feed this in like this. Push all these wires underneath like that. There we go. And see? Now, go like this. Lift this up a little. I gotta get the screws out of here because I put them in here so I wouldn't lose them. One, two, and I lost one already. Damn it. Oh well, I'll find it. I'll find one at some point. That's alright. Oh wait, there they are, right there. Okay, so yeah, I put them down here next to the work area. So let me scoot in a little closer. You just put the screws in loosely till you can adjust all the wires, and you can cut the end of this off to length so you don't have to worry. Yeah, the screws are all down here next to my working area. And don't worry about the posts being out of alignment or anything. That's why I said you put the screws in loose first, then you put them into the mounts. There we go. hard to do this like this. This one was broken when I first even put it in, so I figured I'd use it, give it a purpose instead of just tossing it away. You know, I don't like to throw things like this away if I don't need to. Okay, now you get this out of here now. I don't need it. Grab my Phillips. Now tighten these down ever so lightly. As you can see. No, hang on, let me move this whole thing over. As you can see, I'm tightening it down. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it yet. And as you can see, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we are. This fits in. You can put it like that, and then you take it apart. Now we got to take this apart. Get it. And that's going to be the fun part, because it's going to be, and this is moving again, as always, like that there we go. Now, okay, let me clear all this stuff up. Alright, now, the real fun. Where's my, there it is. This is what you're going to need. That, and your tool. Now, the only reason why this one is together like this is because I was using it for the keypad to see if the actual circuitry worked on the inside. Well, it does, and it was, and I wanted to, but I'm going to replace the keypad anyway, because, well, then they are absolute fiends when it comes to failing. See, this wasn't even connected. The battery tray is horrible. Now, see this here? Right there? That's where we gotta take this. This is the ribbon cable that fails. Take that off. Take this whole unit out, and look at this. Oh, it was that. And that display came out of this piece. This whole piece right here, I had to desolder and solder. Then I put this display in, and it works. And now I gotta desolder all of these connections right here. As you can see, somebody's already been in here to try to get them to work better, try and make a better connection, but these never really do very well at being connected, because the ribbon cable is what fails. So let me get this out of here. I had to, if you've noticed, I had to clamp this down because it kept walking away from me. So these things are always good to have. These little DeWalt grabbers, they work wonders for this. Okay, so these three actually go to another machine. Which one I don't know, but they do. Alright, now I'll just put those up there for now. Now, when all is said and done with these wires will all be in this spot right here, because they will be all, it comes around like this, it sits like that, and then these will come up and all connect into this. I'll flap them over and put them all into this, and they'll be up. Oh, I'm not even in the spot. Like, the wires will come up, go over like this, flap over, and then they'll all connect into this into all these holes right here. From 1 to 13, all these spots. So let's get to desoldering now. Set this aside. Now put my screwdriver there. I don't need it. I just have my desoldering tool. Put that there. Just had it. Alright, who took my desoldering tool? Did it roll off? Probably rolled. Literally had it in my hand 2 seconds ago. Where did it go? Oh. Alright, now I gotta take and desolder all of these connections right here. So get yourself a desoldering tool. They work wonders for this sort of stuff. Yeah, this is the ground, so you don't need that. Give it. Okay. The hard part's going to be resoldering all the wires into this. Actually, like this. All this stuff out of my way. Now. Redo it again. Redo this one again. So there we go. Yeah, these desoldering tools are great because they help out a lot. Once they get filled with solder, and you gotta empty them out every time. Okay, now back to this. Yeah, only downside is they get full of solder very quickly, and you gotta clean them out every few seconds. Ah, man, yeah, damn it. There we go. Sorry about all the noise, but gotta clean the solder out of the thing because it fills up. This little thing fills up very fast. A little latex thingy or whatever it's called. Silicone, that's it, yeah. There we go. Yeah. It's very easy to do these. Very easy because it's just resoldered that one. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be the hard part because it's like a soldering nightmare. There we go. Get that little bugger out. Now, actually, there's, as far as it looks, there's 14 connections on these, but one is a ground. So, now, and once you do this, you cannot separate the face from the Cannot separate the face from the actual board anymore. Okay, now just go up like this, put that like that. Now see how it looks now? All those spots. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so this one's a ground, that one's a ground. You don't need to worry about that, so. But you can, there's a little bit of room, and this is a new battery case that look at this. Still got the little sponges in the dang battery compartment to hold the keep the batteries stable. But there's enough room behind this that you can put the wire in and everything. So me, I would put it short, but if I need to take it apart again, it won't help me much. So I'll go with this. I'll go with this length right here. Right there. And it cut it at an angle, but that's alright. There we go. Now, this side you gotta pull them apart like this. Again, it moved. This side you got to pull it apart, like the other side, but more even. And you got to do them all one at a time, because they'll. That's why another reason why I like having one of these. Is because now all these holes are perfectly clean. You can just put the wires right in and not have to worry about them, you know. That way you can just right. Yeah, see, and they'll spread out perfectly. That's why I'm doing it like this. But I mean, this isn't for everybody. I mean, doing this isn't for everybody. But me, I like doing this stuff because, like I said, I don't like to see things getting thrown away for silly reasons. So, okay, now the fun. I got to do this again. Pull all the ends off and solder them individually. And then I'll just solder them all at once. That way I can do that. Nope. Sometimes they don't, like I said, sometimes they don't cooperate all that well. So I gotta use these. Don't like using them because they sometimes cut too deep. And you cut most of the wire off like I did there. See? Well, that'll have to do then. Here we go. Now I'll solder those I'll tin this 5 that I just did, put some solder on the ends, that way it'll be easier to just throw them right into it. Throw them right into the line after. One. Damn it. That's going to irritate me. 2, 3, 4, 5. No. That way I can pull the other ones out better without having to worry about the wires like fraying out on me, you know. Yeah. Dang it. There we go. Look at. Just randomly doing them now. Starting to indent my finger. Those two aren't far enough apart. There. 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 And last but not least, purple. Here we go. Now, okay, the first 5 are all done. Now I just gotta do the remaining bunch. Solder the remaining bunch of them. I don't even know if I have any audio or not. Can't even tell. There we go. Sloppy. Yeah, let's see. Well, it's still good. Still lit up. Okay, now the real fun. Pull them all apart like this. This is why I like using this type of wire, because I gotta stretch my leg out. It's starting to hurt. Okay. Alright, that's why I like using this type of wire, because it's easy to work with and just nice and flat and easy to spread. Now, like that there. See, this is why I wanted to make the wire long, so I can do this sort of stuff. Let me, it's a flat side. So now, take this one, there we go. Now it's in. Now, gotta grab the last one, put it in, this hole here so that I can put the rest in smoothly and just well, damn it, that didn't sit well. Just go like that one doesn't want to go in. Oh well, I'll just know how I normally would. Flip this up. Okay, now I'll run these all one at a time. Gotta put them in one at a time anyway, so doesn't matter. There. This out of the way. You get out of the way. There. Into there like that. There we go. Did it? Stayed in. Wow. Surprise, surprise. Now, it's gotta go up like this. And there we go. So all I needed was to do that. Now neck. In like that there. There. Like, I know my head's in the way, isn't it? Right there. Goody. Now, that's what I'll do. I'll put that like that so I get better leverage on it. Ah, you son of a goose. Since I have it there, I might as well, I'll throw a little extra solder in there just as a supporter. There we go. Haha. That one is in now. Sometimes you gotta be a little aggressive with it. Right there. And there we go. There. There. Like get in there, you son of a gun. There, like that. Get in there. 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 And I'll double that one up too. Now I'll be going over all of these again when I get done putting them all in, but I just want to double up some of them so that they, oh, you goober. Is he gonna jump out on me? No. There we go. And I'll even put one more on that one. Now, lift this up again. The yellow wire popped out a little too much, so we gotta put it back in. Put it back in. There we go. Now, this green goes into there. Blue goes into there. And purple goes into there. Sorry. It's up. You got too much solder on you. No, you, I know my big head's probably in the way, isn't it? That's okay. Almost done with this. There. Of course, that one pops out. There we go. And then the last one, which is groundy board. So I gotta actually grab my solder sucking tool. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna work. Go to the other side. No, actually I could just go like this. Put this this up like that. There we go. Like there. There we go. Now the fun begins. Okay, flip this over, go like this, Go like that there. And just take and push this down like that there. And like that. Push this like that there, like that. There we go. Now, before I put the cover on and everything, I'm going to get a 12 volt power supply. I had one here a minute ago. Hang on. Let me see here. Oh, here it is right here. It's on under the wheel of my chair. Dang it. No, this is a 24 volt. No, that's not what I want. I literally just had it. I gotta move some stuff around to find it because it's not in my very immediate area. This one I just had it too. Did I put underneath all this stuff? Could have sworn I had it plugged in here, working a short time back. Well, yeah, I was actually moving stuff around a lot, so. Is this it? No, that's. Yeah, that's 24 volt. Another one. Another 24 volt. Oh, so many of those around. 12 volt. No. That's not what I need. There is it. Well, I think this might be it. No, that's that 24 volter again. Yeah, 24 volt. It's not what I need. That's not the thing I'm looking for. Sorry for all the noise, but I'm in my microphone right on my. That's that. I don't know why it's plugged in, but it's not what I'm looking for. Could this be it? Every 16 volt, that'll work. It's not plugged in now. Okay, that works. This'll do fine. I had it plugged in. Somewhere over here, but it's not here now, so I will not search for it anymore. I'll just grab this, plug this into this here like that. This is a 16 volt power supply. Okay, hopefully it'll work. Alright, now 12 to 16 volts. Ready? Let's see. Oh, enter. Oh wait, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is HF, so let's see. 14313. Enter. There it is. It's reading. It's giving a high match because there's nothing in it, but it's still saying SWR 65.5. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let's see if I can get this to work better. Go like that. Now, let me get my phone, turn on my antenna array. You there. Let's see. Antenna power. Wow. That's why I have it on ground. I have it grounded. Okay. Nope, that's still not good. Let's see. There it goes. It's doing good. Let's see. 27 2 0 0. Enter. Yeah. 1.2 to 1. And boom. Just jumped up because I turned my antenna off. Nice. Well, and there you have it. Now it's working. And it's been, and all I got to do is just remember how everything went and then go from there. So, and then you just hit the button, shut it off. And I'll unplug it, that way I don't accidentally cause it to mess up or something. And there you have it. Now, I just got to disconnect this. That was just with a loose antenna. Let me turn those off. That was just with a loose antenna fitting. Now, all I got to do is get the good battery case. It's, I don't know what the orange wire was for, but there's orange goes to the negative side of this, and red goes to positive. I don't know. I don't understand that, but I'm gonna wire this in. This has a battery wire here that I snipped, and then the other battery goes up to here, up on the DC connector for. Let me just snip this connection off. It's not needed anymore. The unit that came from is no longer usable. So these two here. The orange is just an extra wire, I guess, so I'll snip it off up there or something. Just snip. Now, gotta grab this. Let me. Yes, I have my antennas on, but on I use basically a remote switch to turn them on and off, because I don't want my stuff getting hit by lightning. Let me just pull this guy out like that. Here we are. That like that there. Gotta just strip these guys up a little bit. Snook a bit. Yeah, this one the negative goes to the connector to charge and everything, but I don't really like the feel of that, you know. Let's see. Yep, positive there, negative there. This I can easily work with. Okay, now I gotta solder those and then separate them so they can go to their, each go their own separate ways. Oh, wait, twist this guy up so he's easier to put into the spot where the solder is. 1, 2. There we go. Now, clean out the tip. Just da dee da dee da dee da da dee da da dee da da dee da. Put that onto there. Okay. This right onto this here, right there, like that there. Perfect. Oh, you son of a gun, you. Now, I just gotta slide this up a little, grab this, and put this right into B1 right there. There. Now, just put this together like so. Oh, the board is over too far. Yeah, it's shimmied over too much. Yeah, just slide this all together. Yeah, this is from an entirely different unit, but it'll work perfectly for it. Now, take those three off again. Those go somewhere else. Go. One, two, three. Because one of the mounts is busted before I got it. That was long before I got it. Now, one, I think this is a good one here. Yeah, this is an AEA regular analyst one that didn't come. It was yeah, that's not going in correctly. The board's not in right? Nope, it's not in right. Board isn't in correctly. Nope, it's still not sitting right. It never does. Yeah, I had to fight with the board the last time too because of all of this. But now this should go together. One. Yeah. This plastic is also extremely brittle, so it's kind of a. It's kind of. You got to be extra careful when you tighten it down, so you don't split them. You know what I mean? So. Yep. And that one just finally broke out completely. Yep. Okay. Oh, we'll use this one over here. And there we are. If I keep one handy, like this, if I keep one of these handy, I'll be able to get it to work. And actually, you know what? I'll do that again, just to show you. I've put it together successfully, and I'll plug it in again. Just ordinary 16-volt power supply. It's actually for my laptop, but now ready? There. Then with that screw, ready? On. Now you have to put the frequency in every time. So 27205. That's, oh, there we go. 2 set. Give me that back. Now you have to put it in as megahertz. So that's 27.205 megahertz, channel 20 on the CB band. And notice how it's saying SWR 65.5 until I take and put like a piece of wire in it or something. Let's see. Nope. Doesn't have a thing, huh? Let's see. Put this back in. Got that. Oh, see, the screen is all graphing out and everything. And I'll turn my antenna array back on again. Excuse me. Ready? Boom. Notice how it dropped. Now it's saying it's 1.2 SWR with, yeah. So, there you go. There you have it. And then I just shut my antennas off, and it went back up to 12 to 1. Well, something like that. And then shut it off. So the buttons work, and it all works now. So, there you have it. Dr. Frank and Chuck strikes again. So, have a good one. Stay safe. And if you can avoid throwing it away, try and fix it. Because it could save you a lot of money in the long run. Okay? Okay. And I just almost